JX Gamer asked if I could make Kratos in Tab's Unit Creator. So that's what we're doing today. This is Great Toys Gaming. I'm Savage Lionel. Let's get into it. And let's make Kratos. Let's start off by changing his voice to the king voice. He has a very deep voice, I can imagine. Let's also lower the pitch to match that deep voice. Let's start off with his head, and with his very, very pale skin, he should get that checked out. I'm going to put on the Tabji Balaclava 00 and make it white. Seriously, he should get himself checked out at a doctor. Next, let's give him his beard, specifically the Farmer Beard 00, and make it a black color. While his beard could be either black or brown, I think that the black makes him look more dramatic. Now note that I'm not using the darkest shade of black. Instead, I'm using the third darkest. Next, I want to make sure that he has the red paint that's all over his body. So let's add the Tabji Skeleton Suit 00. Let's make it white. And the fourth darkest red. I think that looks good. Next, let's add the Tabji Gladiator Sleeve 00 for his arm of armor that is on his right arm. So I think I want to make this part dark brown. Maybe this part a gray color. I think that looks good. Actually, let's see. Let's make it a bit darker, I think. The second darkest looks good. Darker than his beard, even. And I don't think I'll change the other part of the sleeve. Okay. I think I'm going to use the Fantasy Good Arm Wraps 00 and make them a brown color to make it so that parts of his upper arm are covered. I think the clipping will actually help us here, unlike it does in many other circumstances, because the skeleton suit will make the arm wraps look a bit shorter, going only up to his elbows, which looked like the Exile set from God of War. Let's see what belts we have. The Pirate Belt 00 looks good. Let's make it a dark brown for the strap itself, and then the buckle. What color could we make it? I'm thinking a dark silver color for the buckle. Maybe a light silver? A dark silver. The second darkest silver, I think, looks good. Or maybe... Yes, that looks good. Now, the Dynasty Belt 00. Another belt. This time, it's covering his waist. Let's make it dark brown and dark brown. The darkest of browns, actually. He has a small skirt-like part of his outfit. Let's give him a red jade skirt 00 and make it a reddish color. Now, to layer onto that, let's add the vampire skirt 00 for the outer layer of the skirt. Let's make this a dark brown and the same dark brown. I think that looks good. One of the few times that I find the thickness of the vampire skirt come to good use. Let's give him something in Fantasy Good. How about the Fantasy Good Pants 00 for the top half of his pants before we give him some boots? It looks like it's a bit of a dark green color. Maybe... Yes, I think this military green looks good for now. Now, let's move on to the boots. While this is the medieval calf armor 01, which starts out as silver, I think I'm going to make this dark brown to fit the fabric color of Kratos' exile set. Let's then, instead of the bolts in the medieval calf armor, let's make it look like it's sewn in and it looks similar to the pants by making that part green. And then let's add something on top of it, the medieval calf armor 02. Let's just hope people don't see the back of his feet. Now we'll keep it as the same dark brown and then some of that green sewn color. Yes, that looks good. And if you think about it, it might actually make sense that the backs of his feet aren't covered, because this is a bit of a ragtag boot set. Let's move on to his weapons. For Kratos' weapons, I'm thinking of giving him a berserker axe. But it isn't going to be a berserker axe. It's going to be a Leviathan axe. The Leviathan axe glows a bit blue, and I think it looks really cool, and it's a Kratos weapon, so it fits just fine. Let's make this a grainy metal color. Then let's make this part a more woody color. Why did I say woody? Now, some more of this wood-like color for a darker wood. But now, we're going to make this glow blue. Let's make this part glow. The edge that will end his enemies will glow blue. That looks pretty cool. And now, I want to try to make it look like he's using the sun shield, which looks like it's a gift from Helios, the god of the sun, or more of a titan of the sun in Greek mythology. For this, let's use the hoplite shield. Add some metal, specifically silver, then some gold in the center, and then actually, how about we add the silver on the inside for the sculpture of a head, which I think is Helios's, because the head is only a smaller part. I think it makes it look a bit more accurate. Let's now move on to the abilities. Let's start off with the super jump. Now, how about the stiffy fear? We want him to send fear into his enemy's eyes. The headbutt, I guess he is a Viking, kind of. In Ragnarok, I think he looks kind of like one. Then the teacher parry. And now, the solar maelstrom. But this time, using the trick I showed you in an earlier video, times 2. Now, this is when it gets a bit crazier with dodges, the melee dodge. Then, the jester dodge. I've shown in an earlier video how to add more than 5 abilities for a tabs unit for only PC players. But if I were to choose only 5 abilities for Kratos, I would pick the super jump, the headbutt, the teacher parry, the solar maelstrom, and the melee dodge. For the hit points, I think I'm going to give him 15,000 hit points. He is a video game protagonist. Make his size the same or 1.2 times. He's pretty tall. And with height comes weight. Let's make his weight 5 times. Let's keep the movement speed the same. Let's make the attack speed 10 times and the damage 25 times. I mean, it is a Leviathan axe. JX Gamer, I really enjoyed making this unit, so thanks again for requesting it. Say cheese! Now, let's test him out. We have Kratos in his glory, but I think you should have your Leviathan axe out in front of your shield. But he's in all his glory as he looks upon the ancient tomb map and watches a small squad of hoplites that want to come at him, and they prepare for battle. Kratos leaps in over their heads, not hitting them, but the solar maelstrom does. It knocks some of them back, keeping them away, but he goes right through it, and he has just hit that hoplite, but he's still alive. Knocking some to the ground. He's charging in, and he's already drawn first blood, taking out his first hoplite. And it looks like, and all the hoplites have been taken out when the solar maelstrom goes in, and he takes out the last enemy. Wow, that was quite quick, Kratos. Let's prepare you for a larger challenge. The gods have prepared a new test for you, Kratos, God of War. He readies his Leviathan axe and looks upon the challenge. Led by a Minotaur, sent straight from Crete. And why did you just glitch out? Why are you... Oh, he's disappearing. Will he win? Or will this ancient army of glitchiness, why are those capes turning red, defeat him? Let's find out. He leaps in, but not far enough to hit the Minotaur, and the Minotaur charges over him, stamping over him, but hitting him to the ground. The solar maelstrom is attacking some of the snakes, and he just knocked over 3 Sarissa soldiers with one sweep. Wow, he's good. And 2 more. The Minotaur and Kratos clash as 2 more Sarissas are taken out. Both of them are taken out by the solar maelstrom. It's a long clash. Ballistas destroyed. Wow, this one's... It looks like it fell from a great height. His Leviathan axe hits the Minotaur and takes it out. He charges over the snake archers, and this is going to be a quick... Oh, that snake just went through the land. This guy, you really need to fix your technique with your bow. And Kratos readies his attack with his axe and does not take him out. He has high HP, but he takes the other one out. The snake comes after him, walking over its friend's body. The snake archer collapses due to the solar maelstrom. There are 2 left, and 1 snake. 2 snake archers left, and 1 snake. And where did Kratos go? Oh, there. He walks forward, and the solar maelstrom takes them out before he can even reach them. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. This is Savage Lionel, signing out. You're killing me. Just taking a break from the video to pour some water.